I'm trying to find someone like with substance. I have the soul of like a 70-year-old. I want like, you know, like true love.
It's got to be the right person, but it has to be the right time. You could meet, I could have met her 15 years ago and it wouldn't have, maybe not, wouldn't have been. You know, how many people in your past have you met where you go, oh, if I would have actually been hanging out with them at the time I was ready, would they have been right? I don't know the answer. We don't know the answer to those questions.
I just walked over to say hello to her, and I couldn't believe it, but she turned around and it was like an arrow was shot through my heart. I felt weak at the knees, and I was overwhelmed with how I felt.
Really?
But then it took me about 10 months to get the courage up to actually do anything about it.
Would you say that you fall in love easily or out of love easily?
Yeah, both.
Both?
Yeah, I'm really young, so that's kind of a trademark characteristic of my age group. Love is the great unknown. It's like, and that's why I write songs about it. Like the idea of romance is kind of what makes me get out of bed in the morning.
When you don't understand those feelings, you can make a lot of mistakes. Care about each other's happiness, so it's not even about us being together. I truly love him, so the main thing for me is that he is at peace. You know, I'm not at peace if he's a little unhappy.
Until you conquer the enemy in yourself, you can't deal with anyone. You know, love is an incredible thing, and we don't know love like we should. We always talk about, I have unconditional love. Unconditional love is, we don't even know it, because if a person stops stimulating us, we stop loving them. You're not interesting to talk to anymore. Goodbye. But that real love, that love that sometimes is difficult.
Michelle LaVaughn Robinson, for the past 25 years, you have not only been my wife and mother of my children, you have been my best friend.
How hard was it to get over that?
It was really tough. I don't know if I'm still over it yet. I think that I'm definitely like in another place, and I think we've definitely went our separate ways, and I love her and I want her to be awesome, but there's things that remind me of her, and yeah, it was my first real love.
Do you remember the moment you knew the president was the guy for you?
Yeah, I actually do. He gave a speech and he talked about the world as it is and the world as it should be. And I watched him in that room, natural, engaged, passionate, and I was like, this guy's different, you know, sort of thought. I could be with somebody who, you know, cares so deeply about other people and is willing to make the sacrifices.
I was in a couple of relationships. Right. So I had 3. I went from a 6-year to a 12-year to a 2-year. And then I was like ready to just chill and relax. I didn't know who I was, minus a man. I am finally learning who I am, and I love myself. Everything I do now isn't about pleasing some man, and that makes me feel so empowered. I can come and go as I please.
I was so scared of ever being alone. And I think conquering that fear this year was actually bigger than any other transition that I had this entire year. I don't ever want to have to need someone again where you feel like without them you can't be yourself.
If the person you're with is someone you respect, who you believe has a great heart and a great soul, as good a heart and soul that you will ever find, don't ever leave them, because you won't find anyone better. So even if you have an argument or you have a fight, or there are moments that maybe even years that can be tough, stick it out, work at it.
Love is a word that in our culture has almost lost its meaning.